And we are live. Welcome back, everybody, to Soul in Sports with Mike Knoxxx and the crew. Today it's not really a crew, it's a co-host and a
we got a two-man squad right now.
It's a two-man squad, but you know what? Hell, a two-live crew can be a crew, so can we.
Man.
And we two live. And I am your host, Mike Knoxxx, the best
Are we going that way? Are we going that route?
Hey, yes, I am. Yes. You're a tribal chief. And if you can't tell who I'm going for tonight, baby, my Eagles should have beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs will lose to the Washington football team. And I'm already hyped this morning. I said it. It ain't even morning time. It's the evening time. But welcome, guys, to the unpopular review, Fox Sports Radio, 1340 AM Fox Sports. That is NFL show, The Soul in Sports. Again, I am Mike Knoxxx. This is my host, Mr. Wally Wild. What's going on, Wally?
What's going on, man? You wilding already? You talking about the Washington football team beating the Kansas City Chiefs? Man, you wilding. I feel you, bro.
I really wilding because
you wilding.
I picked the Eagles to beat that game.
Yeah,
and if you watch the game, the Eagles should have won that game.
Well, I'm not talking about the Eagles compete. See, there's a difference between the Eagles. You know, it's got to keep the buck.
I'm still not a believer in Jalen Hurts. I want to be able to believe in Jalen Hurts.
But y'all defense play hard though. Y'all compete. It's about competing, bro. That's what you do.
It's also about looking like you're not a deer in the headlights. And sometimes Jalen looks like a deer in headlights.
The Washington football team don't look like they don't like an NFL team, to be real with you. If you watch the game, they don't look like an NFL.
You know what? You are a half glass, half empty, full kind of fan and reporter and analyst and radio host, podcaster, all those things. But you're still a fan. And when it comes to your team, especially the Washington one, you don't kind of think clearly. I need you to open your eyes. Deontay Wilder, open up your eyes.
I'm open. I'm wide open, bro. They open.
You're in the corner taking naps in between punches.
I'm not eating no edibles, whatever. I'm wide open, man. My eyes are wide, man. They're not chinky like I'm Chinese. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Is that bad? I don't know.
That you know, we don't want to. Sorry for those
emails. Y'all open my email. Don't open my emails. I say some real outlandish stuff.
There's a reason why he switched his Twitter handle so he could have a professional one. And you know what I'm going to say to you. Hey, I just see nephew Corey out there tailgating on the NFL Thursday Night Football show on Fox right there. Fox Sports owned the Wrestling Marks Excellence. Corey Bell Kings extraordinaire. I just seen him on TV. He's out there tonight for the Eagles game. And I see that man who needs a comb all the time, Mr. Michael Irvin. But we're not here to make fun of people. We're here to talk about sports. And tonight, people, oh, my God. Here, right there. Go Birds! Right there, my Ronald checking in right there. Go Birds is right. Listen, tonight, my Philadelphia Eagles are underdogs, Wally, by 7 points. About 6.5, but I'm going to round them off for people today. 7 points versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I'm going to say something about these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They look like they're poised to repeat, Wally. I mean, Tom Horatio Rodriguez, John Cena Brady's is on all cylinders. You think you lose Gronk. They had O.J. Howard. People forgot they still had O.J. Howard there, okay? Who still doesn't get enough burn. This running game is doing better. You there, Wally? I think we lost Wally. Wally, are you there? Yeah, I think we lost Wally. Yeah, Wally's gone. Wally said bye-bye. Wally will be back here in a second, but that's okay. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, okay, as they are known as around here in the Central Florida area, are just on all cylinders right now. Like I said, the over-under on today's game is 7 points. They have the Buccaneers on the road going to Philadelphia, favored by 7. That's the crazy part, because typically, we all know this. If you're in handicapping like I'm in handicapping, and I will tell you right here, right now, hashtag bet that, okay? When you're into handicapping, you're in handicapping, 7 points is 7 points, and this team is on all cylinders. Like I said, O.J. Howard. Like I said, the running game. You name it right now. The only thing that's not clicking for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and John Horatio Rodriguez, John Cena Brady might be the defense, but I think they're going to come around, and I just hope it's not tonight against my Philadelphia Eagles. Your take on that, Wally? Welcome back, by the way. You were frozen.
My fault, man. You know, like the man ain't trying to make me be great. They don't want me to be great. So
you should have Spectrum, cheap pop,
you know what I'm saying?
But it's not because they pay me. Like literally, not for the sponsor of the ads, but they paid me.
Respect.
So.
I just think the Eagles will compete. They've done that all season long. They've been in pretty much every game. So other than the Cowboys game, right? So
other than the Cowboys game, you're right. They've been in every
competed.
game.
They've competed. That's the thing I look at, in a football team. So I think that this game will be relatively close. I think you said 7.
Yeah, that's
seven. Yeah, I think because you got the Tampa Bay. What makes it close is that yes, Tom Brady has weapons. I think Gronk is out, so he's gonna be losing one weapon. But when you look at the Eagles, like I said, they compete defensively, so they're gonna put some pressure on Tom Brady, which we all know that's the recipe to have Tom Brady not comfortable in the pocket. So I think the game will be closer than what people think. I'll take the Eagles to cover. To cover.
That's all I did. I'm talking money line, baby. Yeah. I didn't think they could beat Tampa Bay.
But I think they have a good. But like this, they have a chance. I'll put this like they have a chance to beat them. There's a chance. I'm telling you because Tampa Bay's defense, like you mentioned, their defense isn't strong, and regardless of what you think of Jalen Hurts as a passer, he's a problem because what he brings with his legs, and that's gonna put a lot of pressure on the defense. And they still got playmakers on the outside. Devontae Smith is a guy who's shown to make big plays for the Eagles as a wide receiver for that team. So, and if they can,
leading everything, and for the offensive set, they need to run the ball in Philadelphia.
Yeah. And you got tight ends too. They got versatility.
Well, Dallas is out tonight. No Cowboy.
But you have
Zach Ertz, Mr. Blondie, aka Zach Morris. Zach Morris. All right. But the running game though, Wally. What the hell? Sirianni.
That's all about.
Nick Sirianni does not run the football.
But that's the ideology, right? That's the ideology. That's his problem. In terms
reality and perception. Okay, talk to him. But he should. You got your Darth Vader hat on today.
But he should. When you do have a Miles Sanders and a Jalen Hurts, you can put a lot of pressure on that Tampa defense. There's a lot. I mean, Tampa stops the run too. That's gonna be a problem because Tampa they're not good against the pass, but they do stop the run. If you look at the records against the run, they're amazing. So. I just think that in terms of in the passing game, what Jalen Hurts can bring to the table, read options, some spread stuff, he's gonna put a lot of pressure on Tampa Bay to stay on their man, and they like to bring pressure. So when they like to bring pressure, he can get one-on-one coverage, and that means that's room for him to run. If you're playing man and he sees a lane, he can go out and get ghosts. So the Eagles have an opportunity; they got a chance. I think they have a better chance than people think.
A better chance than people think and that's coming from you're not an Eagles fan, right?
No,
but
I'm not.
So you're looking at it in the sense of this team can actually do something, can produce, because right now Eagle fans are tuning in, right? My man Ron tunes in, Go Birds, obviously. Reese, I know he's an Eagle fan as well, so he's chiming in. Eagles can expose the Tampa Bay secondary. The Birds pull off the upset at home tonight. My thing is this: Tom Brady historically against the Eagles whoops our ass.
Yeah, but it's different because you look at the resume, the resume of what the Tampa Bay had played during the season. If you have a decent defense, you can make Tom struggle. Like it's not like Tom's going to run all
pressure
over
like nobody else does.
Yeah,
he feels pressure like nobody
so
else.
if you see like for instance, the Patriots had shouldn't have been the game against Tom Brady, but Bill Belichick knows Tom Brady. He knows, and Bill Belichick is known to take away your biggest threat, right? So he made Tom Brady struggle. You saw, I mean, you could say the Rams game he did get off, but they put pressure on him too because the Rams can score, so you putting pressure on him on that back end side. So I just think that if you put pressure on Tom Brady, you can give an opportunity for that team to be in a football game. And again, if you're an Eagles fan, and I'm a big believer in this in football, if your team competes, forget the wins or losses. If your team competes, they'll be in games and they'll win games that people don't think. And the Eagles have been competing throughout this whole process this season, other than the Cowboys game. And there's a couple of mistakes that like you mentioned. I think that was probably Jalen's worst.
They had Kansas City. No, there's too many touchdowns called back on this team with these pick plays in the end zone. And the problem was watching it last week as I say goodbye to one of my friends here I grew up with here in Florida. Or not here in Florida, but I grew up with. He's moving back home, and a new friend that came down to visit. We watching the Eagles getting together at the bar. It's like these guys don't even run a route when they're doing the pick play. They just run right at the defender. That's clearly a pick play. Sell it. Yeah, well, just in general, even we had one call back last week against Carolina as well on Smith, and as a fantasy guy who picked him in like the 7th round. They're killing me with this because Smith has had like 3 touchdowns this year called back because of passing, penalties on outside side. But I'm taking the Birds to cover the 7. You're also taking the Birds to cover the 7?
Yeah, I'm taking them to cover the 7. I think they can cover. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a one possession game. Put it that way.
If you don't believe us, and we in the barbershop, where Barbershop Talk meets radio, they're originators. I have to name first, not LeBron, not Rich Paul. Where Barbershop Talk meets radio started right here.
You said not LeBron, not Rich Paul.
Okay? I'm just being honest.
I like it. Right? I like it.
Cut the check. Cut the check.
I like it.
Okay? But also Cousin Sal on the NFL Network, Fox Sports 1 as well, said this game too close to call. That he will not call this game until kickoff. So around kickoff because it's that close. But he will give you one thing, and that was he would not take the over-under in this game. He thinks it's going to be a low-scoring game because the Eagles' defense against Tom Brady. And you know, I tell you all the time, Brandon Lang ain't got nothing on me, but you don't know me. You should. There's over almost 3 million episodes. You should know us. You should know Mike Knoxxx, Solar Sports and Wale. But, you know, you're going to fun out today. How about that? Okay. But moving on, Sunday morning again. Well, was you up at 9 o'clock watching the Jets and the Falcons? Well, I'm sorry, the Jets in 2023.
No, I sleep. I can't do that.
You
sleep. I ain't about that life. Look, bro, anybody who know me know I sleep till like I can sleep till like 1, 3 o'clock. So it don't even matter. Only reason I wake up on Sundays nowadays. I mean, well, it was church.
How do you get your Jasper wings if you get up that late?
What you mean? I mean, that's the reason why I get my Jasper wings. What you mean? That's why I do get up late. What are you talking about? Like that's why I'm out at Jasper's and I can't.
You don't owe me nothing, but I cannot wait for you to get me some Jasper wings. They're comparing Devontae Smith right now to Allen Iverson, both 6 feet, both 170.
Whoa,
the Slim Reaper and the answer. They just put them on the board as far as being small guys. Yeah. Boats and hose. All right, who's driving a boat down? Moving on, like I said, this Sunday at 9:30 in the morning, we get the Woolly Dolphins taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The question is, will Urban Meyer be sticking his finger up somebody else's ass, or will he just be sitting here to coach? So Jacksonville versus Miami.
You know,
who you got? That's the truth.
You know, I'm a Michigan fan. I automatically despise Urban Meyer.
Okay, but their favorite, that is Dolphins on the road. But is it really a road game? Because they're in London, right? So like. All right. Either way, they're favored by 3 points. The Dolphins over Jacksonville. I'm easily taking Jacksonville to win this game. The Dolphins are banged up. Jacoby Brissett. No, he's not starting right now. Jacoby Brissett. He had full practice today and participated in full practice despite injuries. So this team is really injury. This team is probably hurt more than any team in the NFL. It's the Miami Dolphins. Yeah. You name it across the board. I mean this when I say this at the skill positions. And people say skill positions. Let me rephrase something for you guys. The skill position in football, you may think is your receivers, your running backs. Let's be real. The most important position in football is your offense and your defensive line and your secondary. At least in my opinion. I'm going to keep it like that. All right. You have a good offensive line, you can do things. Look at Eli Manning. That's
how you win football games.
Look at Eli Manning. Offensive line, defensive line wins all games. So, but Jacksonville is underdogs in this game on the road in London. Listen, I like what Trevor Lawrence has been doing lately. I like that Jacksonville's been running the ball more lately. I like that Jacksonville has done a lot of things lately. But only problem, and I take this with if Watts was here, and happy anniversary to Watts. We wasn't here last week. We thought it was a 1 week thing. He's still on a vacation, enjoying his wife, 4 years, married. I've been doing it now for 18, so catch up to me, but you shouldn't because I'm ahead of you. She should never catch me. She just, get to that number, right? But shout out to Watts doing his thing. But as Watts would say, would this be a do not touch? It's in London. It's 3 points. If you're putting money on the board, I mean, right now I'm behind this year, so I would bet the Jacksonville game. So Watch would say do not touch. I'm gonna say take Jacksonville and the over on this one because Jacksonville 3 points. I think they win the game outright, Wally.
No, I'm going Miami. I'm going Miami. I think Miami play better defense. I don't like. They do. I mean, Urban Meyer is. He's a college coach. He's having the same issues that Steve Spurrier had when he came here. When he came into the league.
They fire Urban Meyer and hire Tim Tebow?
He wasn't. Who? Tim? What you say? Excuse me?
Should they fire Urban Meyer and hire Tim Tebow?
Well, everybody loves giving Tim Tebow an opportunity. Nothing against Tim Tebow. I think he's a real nice guy, to be real with you. But I think Miami wins this game. I think Miami's better coached, to be honest with you. We talk about the Eagles. They've been in games where they competed, even with Brissett. They competed.
My coach is getting out coach because Sirianni to me look like an idiot.
Yeah, so I just think that I think Miami can definitely beat Urban Meyer. Who's Urban Meyer, man? For real. Now my hate is coming. Now my hate is coming. Now my Michigan hate is coming.
Smell what the hate is boiling.
Yeah, now it's coming. Now it's coming.
The Packers of Green Bay.
Hold on. You gotta stop. Yeah, you love saying that. It's old, man. Look, they had come into America too, bro. Look, they had part 2, and they ain't really referenced that, man. So obviously, you gotta let it go, man. Let it go.
But okay, but that's Coming to America, which I thought was good. Does it have replay?
Part 2?
I thought 2 was good. I watched it twice.
I had issues. I had issues with it. Now
it was Rick Ross's house, wasn't it?
Huh?
Because they were in Rick Ross's house.
I had a lot of issues with it. More than that, I had issues with it because they're better. To me, they're more African, and even there's more African actors out there that are popular. I just felt like they could have hired some.
You know what? That's the thing today is we're not in the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s.
Yeah. There's so many
enough nationalities now.
Yeah, bro. You got, like, for instance, you got Godfrey. You got Godfrey who does who's killing it on social media. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Who's a great comedian. Actually, I saw him perform over the weekend. He's Nigerian American. You got obviously, you got Michael Black. He was in it, but small role.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna have a bigger role in that movie.
Me too. Roachemy, who was on Power. Who had a small role. He played like he was mute in it. Mm-hmm. Like I'm like, yo, like these you got actual African.
This is what I love
actors.
when you have an actual African upset about things. Yeah, right, because I'm Black American, African American, right? This is why I tackled the whole Smokey Robinson thing. I'm a Black American, right? Because I don't know nothing about being an African other than the fact that I'm gonna take my wife to Mauritius. Okay, in a few years, all right, that's all I know. But okay, either way, the point here making the Packers of Green Bay. Taking on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. The Bears are at home, but Aaron, I'm a bad man. Rodgers favored by 5 points on the road. The Bears defense did show improve last week, but they were playing the Raiders, who have a racist coach and had a reason for Khalil Mack to actually step back up. Khalil Mack is one of the best linebackers in football, one of the best defensive players in football, in my opinion, when he's motivated. He has not done shit in Chicago. He got paid and ain't done shit. Yeah, Fox Sports, you get Mike Knoxxx. This is why it's on the podcast version and not the live radio version. Khalil Mack ain't done shit. I said it 3 times. Okay,
you going in
point blank.
You said 2 live crew, bro. You said 2 live crew.
We said 2 live crew, and this is the barbershop. Is this not the barbershop?
Yeah, you said it.
Okay, you talking about whoever, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever we want to do in the barbershop.
Yeah, you did tell me that, man.
Rosa Parks ain't done. I ain't gonna go there because that's But I'm in this game betting my money. This is where the one in a few times I go on your side with this, Wally. I can never vote for Green Bay. If you're asking Mike Knoxxx on this game, the Bears cover the 5, but that's me being I will never root for anything Green Bay, despite Aaron Rodgers being a badass man. Besides Cobb helping out Devontae Adams and them needing him and what they're doing, and they're looking phenomenal. But you know what, though? For what it's worth, the Packers of Green Bay.
Yeah.
Okay. The Packers of Green Bay. I'm gonna say it one more time. They're in first place. They're 4-1, but the Bears are right there. This is a battle for the first place. The 3-2 Bears versus the 4-1. But Justin Fields. That's the question, Wally. I'm still taking the Bears to cover, despite the fact that's a homer pick. That's where I'll leave it.
Where the games in Chicago and Green Bay?
The games in Chicago with the Packers.
It's a good recipe. Like, you're going to play a rookie quarterback who's limited at the moment, but he'll get better. I believe he'll get better. I think this is the best opportunity for him to grow because he's playing with. I told y'all this Bears defense is legit. It ain't bad. It's legit. Like, it's a good defense.
It's finally showed up.
I mean, they had some games they showed up. I told you, they had a few games they showed up. Like one stinker, you're gonna have one. If you look at this. Like, all right, the game lost. How many games they lost? They beat the Cincinnati game. They balled against Cincinnati. They balled against Cincinnati. They forced I got them on fantasy. They forced like a whole bunch of turnovers.
I got them on fantasy.
I know when they play good. I know this. Right. Like I know this. Like they've been good. Like they've been good.
I have Buffalo for defense on fantasy. So I know what you mean.
Like, they've been good.
And by the way, 5-0.
Yeah, there you go. Respect. But yeah, so I think they'll keep them in the game. It's just something about, it's a divisional game. You do got Khalil Mack. You got Davis, Rohan Davis as a linebacker. You got weapon. I think you got Fuller as the cornerback. You got weapons on defense that can give Aaron Rodgers problems. You just got to get pressure on them. The thing is they play a smart ball game. And luckily it's in Chicago, so the pressure.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, I think they'll get to Aaron Rodgers. It'll be close. I think just because it's a rookie quarterback, it concerns me. But I think the game will be close. I think Green Bay will probably. I think I'll pick Green Bay, but I can definitely see Chicago winning. But it'll be close. What's the spread?
It's 5.
Oh,
and
yeah, I think Chicago beats the
spread.
spread.
That's that trap game. As a better,
Yeah,
it's a
close.
handicapper 5. It's a 3-point game. So,
I think it's a 3-point game. I totally agree. I think it's a 3-point game. So I'm gonna actually take Chicago to cover. I think they lose. They lose by 3. It'll be a play where, like we saw with the Bengals. You saw the Bengals. We saw with the Bengals.
The Packers are 4-1, Wally, but they're not blowing people out.
They're not blowing. They've had it. They played the right team to blow out. They played some.
They should have lost last week.
They should have lost last week.
3 field goals and win the game.
Lost last week.
In overtime.
So I'll say the Packers win, but I think the Packers win by 3. So Chicago covers. I think the Packers win on the last second drive by Aaron Rodgers for a field goal.
Hey, we have rules in handicapping. I've told you them. Peyton Manning always covers. Peyton Manning retired. Double-digit leads in the NFL are disrespectful. The one rule that's still prevalent, I can't spell it, but I got a Siri and a Google, so don't ask me to spell it. But the one thing that's still prevalent is that West Coast teams coming to the East Coast for 1 o'clock games. You ready for this stat, Raleigh?
I'm ready for them. I'm ready.
They're 6-27.
6-27
against the spread. 6-27 against the spread. Who am I talking about right here? I'm talking about the Baltimore Ravens are favored by 3 points over the Los Angeles Chargers. The number 1 offensive in the NFL, which is the Baltimore Ravens. All right. They lead the league in yards. So let me rephrase that. They lead the league in yards. But the Chargers are a team that I didn't pick, but I told you before our first show, I had Cleveland or them.
They're good, man.
Right. I like really Cleveland. Cleveland lost a shootout to them last week. I mean, the highest scoring game all year. And if you're like to watch football for scoring, that's the best game we've seen all year. Was these two? Oh, they're up.
Got that best.
Oh no, they're up. You know, Justin Herbert, Mike Williams. These guys are serious.
They're serious.
Listen,
man.
They made the right decision. They may have messed up on letting Drew Brees go, but they did not mess up by drafting Tua.
Phillip was a great quarterback too, but
I'm saying, but they messed up on that. I mean,
I think he put it this way. It was a match made in heaven. It was a match Sean Payton, Drew Brees. I like Drew. Yeah,
I like North. I'm sorry, I said no. Yeah, I said it right. North Carolina State's own Phillip Rivers, Mr. 18 kids, Phillip Rivers. But let's keep it a bean. Okay, he's not a better quarterback than what Drew Brees is. And matchups made and offensive lines and coaches help everything. But the reality is, they didn't make the mistakes of drafting Tua. They were Tua or Herbert. Herbert was the draft pick. They're 4-1. They're leading their division. Okay. They're taking on a Baltimore Ravens who, guess what? Lead their division at 4-1 by the skin of their teeth. Who wins this game, Wally? The point spread is very close. It's a home spread only. 3 points.
I got the Chargers.
They give all Chargers on the road taking the 3.
I'm taking the Chargers. I like the Chargers. I think
Baltimore has struggled and have got by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, I think this is a different team though, because Baltimore played like Colts should have won that game. They met like you talked about, and they should have won. But Lamar was special. Like I think everybody needs to.
But the coach can keep losing as an Eagle fan because Carson wins as long as he plays 11 starts.
Yeah. Like you
get their draft pick. I can care less.
So he was that like Lamar was the dynamic. We need to put that thing to bed. He can't throw the rock. You already see what he's doing. But in this game, it's different because you're playing.
Pause. Flagging a play. Quarter of a meter.
Yeah, what's up?
You said Jackson can't pass the ball?
No, he can. He's showing folks he can throw the rock. I'm saying he put that to bed. That narrative that he's like he ain't a quarterback. He's putting that crap to bed.
Okay, that completely. All right, I heard you.
Oh no, I'm like get that man his flowers, bro. Like that's improvement. Get that man his flowers.
His flowers.
Give him his flowers. No, all the hate they was giving him, you better give it to him now. Like if you all that energy you put into him in the off season, you can't put that same energy right now when he playing. You gotta put that energy in right now because he balling. He doing things that nobody's done in this league before. Right now at this period in time. So, but anyway, to this game,
to this day.
To this game and to this day.
Squad. Listen,
let's go with like the Chargers. They have a good defense.
He knocked him out. I'm saying I'm gonna back away. We'll talk about it in this show.
Who did out? He
knocked
Fury out.
3 fights, 3 knockdowns. There should have been 10 3 counts.
Oh my God! You still gotta get over this conspiracy.
I'm not gonna get over.
Nah, I don't like these excuses for this dude. But it's all good, man. It is what it is, man. He lost. It's all good, man. He lost. He know he lost. That's what he know he lost.
I will talk about it in the show. Baltimore favored by 3 at home.
I go to the Chargers because Chargers got a good defense and they just got that man. Like they just got that dude. And we said it week 1 when we were talking about him. They got Justin Herbert. Just like the Ravens got that dude, but the Ravens, their defense has suffered with all the injuries. They're not the same Baltimore Ravens defense. You know, they're solid, but not the same. But listen, you got this.
The Ravens are holding on by Fred.
Yeah, and the Chargers got a good defense. Like the Chargers actually have a good defense. So it's gonna be hard, man. Look what the Chargers did to the Cowboys offense. Like in terms of the Cowboys didn't move the ball up and down the field against the Chargers. They couldn't score like 30-some-odd points against the Chargers. So it tells you the Chargers defense balls. So I'm just telling you, man, this is gonna be a tough one for Lamar. But if anybody can do it, Lamar can. If anybody can do it, Lamar can. I'm going with the Chargers.
Is the new Michael Vick in the sense of he looks so great, but don't win the games that matter.
Yeah, facts though. Facts. Yeah, I know it should be. It should be tonight.
It should be a tonight game. And if it wasn't week, hold on, what week are we in? This is week 5, 6.
I mean, you talking about we're week 5. This is week 6. Week 6.
Everybody 4-1, right? So we got So this is week 6. They should definitely flex this game. Because you can flex after what 4 weeks. Like that was what it was the previous 3 years, right? So, I wish they would flex that game. That should be the Sunday night game. I thought it was the Sunday night game, but we're both taking Baltimore just to put it up, just to keep it a beam. I'm not even going nowhere else with it. I'm taking Baltimore as well.
No, I'm going to Chargers.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah. Taking the Chargers, but I wouldn't be surprised if Baltimore put out. Here's my thing. I said 6-27. That's just 7-27. I like the Chargers. Like I said, it was either them or Cleveland was my picks. Yeah. I went with Cleveland because I love to take on guys that people hate, which is Baker Mayfield. Yeah. But I was on the Chargers bandwagon. If you're if you're not a Chargers fan, you're not a bandwagon. I took that bandwagon. I ran with it. The Panthers of Carolina. Damn, how the mighty have fallen from the Black Panthers to the Carolina Panthers without Christian McCaffrey. Beating the Eagles last week. But choking in the fourth quarter. Let the Eagles come back because the Eagles didn't deserve that victory. Them fighting hard because Jalen Hurts has not done nothing to prove this fan correct. The Minnesota Vikings are the most confusing team in the NFL. You look at the Vikings and you say they should win. They should put up points, but then you're right. You just mentioned what I call them. Now you see me. Now you don't.
I had my fantasy football team, and then I benched him to do those like 5, like he throwing like 5 touchdowns. Now I not show faith in him. Now even against bad teams. I think when they play Detroit, he could barely throw a touchdown against Detroit. We talking about Detroit. Everybody runs up and down against Detroit.
It's a pick'em game, Wally, but they did that. You had to pick them at one point with Minnesota. Did that matter? Is Carolina that bad?
It's because everybody's now that they're scared off because of how they lost. Like who they lose last week to? Carolina lost
to the Eagles.
Yeah, lost to you. Yeah, so now that looks they look like world beaters, and they lost to the Eagles, who folks. I mean, like I said, the Eagles compete, man.
Okay.
Dang, it's tough because their defense is good, man. Carolina defense is good.
I watch it from my blind one. So
what?
I think Minnesota comes home on the road and wins this game.
I think they should win. I think they should. I think because Minnesota has too much talent. Offensively, they got like 3 receivers for real. Who can put some numbers up. I'm gonna go Minnesota, and they got Dalvin Cook who's back. So yeah, I'm with you, bro.
Chiefs versus the Washington football team.
Oh yes,
the Washington football team is underrated or Chiefs underdog. All day by 7 on the road.
Oh, higher. This is gonna be nasty. Can you go higher? Can you get double for
the over under is 55.
55. Yeah. That's like how much they gonna be under 55.
No, that's the total points scored.
Oh, the total points. Oh man, they definitely
55 and a half. So that's 50.
Man, the Chiefs getting 40. That's a guarantee. They get
guarantee. 40. Wally, guess what? I'm going against you, bro.
They getting 40. Washington can get you 20 because they average. You know what?
I know that the Washington football team's your team. I know it's your
job
60. To look on them and I don't know them. as well as you do. Lord knows I don't. But I'm telling you as a fan, you're using your fan lenses.
No, I'm using realness. I'm realness. No, I'm realness. No, have you not seen this defense? You never. No.
Defense is horrible.
No, you're not.
They're retiring Sean Taylor's number.
Bruh. You said the Chiefs defense is horrible. Have you? I'm gonna say it again, man. Have you watched Washington defense?
Yeah, it's
all right. So I don't know if you ain't watched up close and personal.
No, I haven't.
Like I don't know if you have. Like every week they're giving up 30, and they're putting up 30 to offenses who shouldn't score 30. That's facts. There's some offense who shouldn't even score 30. Matt Ryan was struggling for how many weeks? He played Washington. He scores 30. So what do you think? I'm gonna say this again. And what do you think Tyreek Hill is going to do to that secondary? What do you think that Patrick Mahomes is going to do to that secondary? Well, they're getting 35 plus. They're getting 35 plus. They're getting 40, and I'm being nice by saying 40 because if Andy Reid want to go in, he can go in. You saw, he can get you 50. If he can get you 50.
So we both think Kansas City. We're both thinking Kansas City.
Okay. Hands down. Like, don't do that. Look. Let me talk to Ron real quick. Hey, Ron, I need you. I'm on a show right now with an Eagles fan, and I've already gassed up the Eagles a whole bunch right now on the show, which is like bad for my soul. I like Randall. You rocking Randall, right? That's my guy. He rocking Randall. That's my guy. But what I want you to do, though, Ron, is to compete like the Eagles. I don't even care if you win. I don't even care if you win. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't care. But what I do care about is you compete. If you can compete like the Eagles compete, like how they compete against the Chiefs, how they compete throughout the whole season, and be a respectable football team on that Sunday, you'll get my respect. But right now, bruh, nah, son. Thank you for letting me have the floor, Mike. I appreciate you.
No, you're fine. You're talking to Coach Ron Rivera. You all good, my G. Moving on. Remember the number 2 rule in NFL?
Number 2. You told me don't. Some handicap or something. What did you tell me?
Double-digit leads in the handicaps in the NFL.
Yeah, I know something. I know it's handy. Yeah, I'm trying. You schooling me. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to.
Well, the Rams are favored by 10 on the road. A West Coast team coming to the East Coast team at 1:00.
Against who though? Who's that West?
The Giants.
Oh yeah, they got that.
6-27. We already just said it's going to be 7-27. Will it be 8-27?
All the players are hurt. No Barkley.
But it's 10 points.
Yeah, there's no Barkley. There's even no Daniel Jones. They got to play
10. Hold on, what you just say?
There's no Daniel. No, ain't got Daniel Jones.
All right, that's easy. Rams. All right, the Houston Texans. So I told people, don't you sleep on them. Are underdogs by my Carson Wentz led Indianapolis Colts by 10 points.
Who they playing? The Colts are playing who?
The Texans.
Oh yeah, they got that too. Texans are garbage.
By 10?
Yeah, they garbage. Kansas City, the Colts got defense. They should get that.
I'm taking the Houston Texans to cover the 10. I think the Colts win outright, but the 10, I cannot go with 2 teams. I cannot go with Carson Wentz even. Let me just shut up. The Bungles bungled last week against the Packers of Green Bay. But they're favored by 4 against the undefeated, winless, crybaby, coach-led Detroit Lions. I'm taking the Bungles to cover the 4. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are just looking phenomenal.
They playing who again? I'm sorry, I misheard you.
Detroit Lions.
Come on, man.
The winless Lions.
Come on. I feel bad for them because they've been close, too. I really feel bad for them.
You feel bad for their punk-ass coach crying like that, though?
I ain't seen him crying, but I heard about it. He was crying?
Right, man. He actually shed tears, bro.
I know what? I'm not going to be mad about that because that means you care. Like, I'm all about if you show me some passion. I hate coaches who act like they don't care. Like, at least he cares, though. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I mean, it's not Super Bowl, though.
Cares about his job. That's about
he may care about wins. You can't. I mean, it's hard to judge a man. Like, I don't know what he's dealing with internally. I don't. Okay. But I'm with you, Mike. I'm going on top.
You want to play the martyr? Go right ahead. I'm gonna play.
Yeah, I'm with you, though, Mike. I'm with you.
Give a shit.
I'm going with.
There's no crying in football. If there's no crying in baseball, there's damn sure no crying in football, Wally.
There shouldn't be no. I mean, the players. I mean, you know what? It's hard, man. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's a regular season game, so you really shouldn't cry.
No crying, sir.
You know what? In a regular season game, I never cried in a regular season game. I don't cry. I did cry as a kid. I did cry as a kid in baseball, though. I cried in the playoff game because I was the last kid at bat. And it was a playoff game, and the umpire called it a strike, and it was a ball to me. It was low, and I had my bat, and I was about to hit the umpire with my bat. Like after he called that stupid ball, still haunts me to this day.
Wow.
Still haunts me to this day. I was crying like a little kid.
1994,
and I was about to smack him.
Paul Robeson High School's MVP. Yeah. Right here. That's me.
Yeah.
First time my high school had made the playoffs in like 13, 14 years.
Yeah.
That same thing happened to me. And I shed a tear. And my coach told me there's no crying in baseball.
That's what's up, man. But I almost assaulted, and this is like as a fifth grader, I almost assaulted an umpire. I ain't know any better.
There's no
the streets was talking. So I ain't know any better.
We have the Cardinals. The Cardinals are underdogs by 3 against my Cleveland Browns, who I chose. I gotta stay with Cleveland. I think Cleveland covers at 3 and wins outright against Arizona. Arizona has to have something brought back to life now. No. The Cardinals are 5-0. I can't see them going to Cleveland. Cleveland's running game is really stout.
Oh, it's real, man. It's real. But the Cardinals, that boy Kyler Murray is balling, bro.
He's balling,
man. And he got weapons, man. Like,
I mean, you got the best receiver in football,
huh?
You got the best receiver in football, and
another one. They got one who's really and AJ Green, who's still one of the best receivers in football. They call it 1A, 1B, but you're right though. To me, Hopkins is the best receiver in football right now. But you got a dude that you really can't when healthy, you really can't check 1-on-1, and he gets 1-on-1. So you got, and I'm talking about and AJ Green because Hopkins going to get so much attention.
You can't double.
You can't double. And if you do double, that man going to eat on the other side. So I mean, Cincinnati got issues on that end. They can get pressure. You saw what Cleveland did with a mobile quarterback in Justin Fields, but it's a different monster. Kyler Murray's a different monster. I got the Cardinals winning this game. I just think they're
winning game.
Strong team.
We both are not going to pick the Cowboys against the Patriots, but
I'm picking I'm picking the Patriots. But guess what? If we did a show last week, I would have picked the Cowboys. I did on my show. Pick the Cowboys.
I don't believe you.
I did on my show. No one believe me. I did on my show.
Go ahead and let them know where you can find it at.
Oh yeah, you can the urbansportscene.com.
You sure?
Urbansportscene.com. Nah, urbansportscene.com. Okay. I mean, there's multiple places, but you can just
that's where you can find it. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah. Gotcha. Because if you actually Google Mike Knoxxx, you'll find me having
like it's a bunch of.
Why do I have two podcasts on Apple? One's in the Soul and Sports and one's in the BDSIR Network.
I got two on almost every. I got
I don't know how that happened.
You got two within like this type of the same show. Oh, I don't know how that happened. You may have Apple. You know what you can do though? You can because I've done that before. You can contact them to eliminate one. You just got to talk. Okay. You got to contact the Apple.
Combine them. Yeah. I don't know.
Combine them. Yeah, because it ruins your numbers. It ruins your numbers.
It does. The Hawks that are C without Sierra's husband are going on the road to place. Why is this game on Sunday night? The Pittsburgh Steelers.
I won't be surprised, bro.
By 5 points in this game. Geno Smith is the quarterback.
I like Geno, man. So underrated. I love Geno.
You know what? I'm taking Seattle to win this game because I don't believe in Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh
is
mightily.
I think
despite Notre Dame staying out Claypool, who will be he was going to be a Pro Bowler, but I'm thinking Pittsburgh loses this game. I just don't see Ben Roethlisberger is just not who he was, and I think the magic has gone out of that potion, and they just need to go ahead and I don't know why Simba's not starting. Other than it being big, because of course he's not because it's Ben Roethlisberger.
I don't even think Simba better than Rudolph. To be real with you, but
that's a tough one.
Yeah,
you had him. I know there's no Ohio State quarterback that's ever been good. Sorry, Justin Fields.
I like that he's in a good organization. I mean, maybe he's gotten better.
Something's about growth, maturity.
He could be good. I thought he was going to be good. He's one Ohio State dude. I thought he was going to be good. I actually did. I'm not going to play it off.
He's the one I thought was going to be good. Yeah. Although I didn't think Justin Fields would be, and that's weird. But
Justin Fields isn't like that's not weird because it's still not to be determined if he's going to be good or not. We don't know.
Well, he went to Ohio State, so it's kind of. I hope he is. Just saying, he went to Ohio State. But in this game, clearly, I think we're both taking. The Hawks. Are you taking the Hawks to win this game on the road?
Oh, this is tough because I'm with you. I wanna. The reason why I don't trust Big Ben, but I trust Mike Tomlin. That's the issue I'm having, and I just can't see Mike Tomlin losing this game. He needs this game so much because of what's going on in the division. The Bengals and the Browns are playing good football.
Pittsburgh are 2-3. They need this.
Yeah,
win.
they need this win, man. They need it so bad.
I think they're going to be in the top 10 draft.
Off that, I think they got it. I think off that alone, I think they win. I just think they need it so much. They need it a lot, man.
They need the draft pick.
But I'm rooting for Geno, though.
They need the draft pick more. Buffalo Bills, no one circles them like them. Wow. They are now saying Josh Allen is the beast. Most. Oh, what's the word I heard today?
What's what though? He ain't the MVP right now, though.
No, he's the best quarterback in the NFL as far as talent is concerned.
No,
he's the most skilled quarterback in the NFL.
I mean,
I personally think he's the best runner because he has the size of.
He has the
size of Cam Newton.
Yeah, but his arm,
the strength of Cam Newton, but he has the speed, faster than Cam Newton.
He's faster when you faster what you think.
He's faster than Cam Newton. Tennessee's my team though, but
he can throw that rock.
They have just been struggling defensively. But Buffalo's favored by 6 on the road, though. Wow,
you got to favor Buffalo. You got to favor Buffalo. I mean, I like
Tennessee has no secondary.
Yeah, there's a lot there. All right, so but Tennessee's a funny team because they play their way and they do what they're supposed to do. They can beat anybody because exactly because they can just hold the ball. They know how to play that game. I think Tannehill is kind of like he hasn't played his best football. But I know Julio's going to play. I got the alert that Julio's going to play. He looks healthy, so he'll be in the game. I'm sure AJ Brown will be back. But still, Buffalo's playing such good football. What they did to Kansas City, I was just so impressed how they dominated that football game. I'm gonna go with Buffalo. They look so good. Like other than that week 1, they look so good, man.
I'm riding with them as well. And that's the Monday night game.
That's a good one though. That's a
really good Monday night game. That's better than the Sunday night game against Pittsburgh and no Sierra's husband. So that's the games. That's the week. Before we got here, Wally, I will say this.
You said Deontay, right? You say you want to talk about Deontay?
I will say, you goddamn right I am, son.
All right, go ahead, bro.
Okay, because he got his ass whooped from pillar to post.
Yeah,
nothing was improved upon. They can sit there and hype them first 2 rounds all they want to about the jab to the belly. That wasn't doing nothing to him.
Thank you, bro.
Okay, they can say all they want to. This is one of the best heavyweight fights of all time.
It was though.
No, Wally. That's the media being the media because everything's better than what it was. Everything's better than what it was years ago. This was not a better fight. This was not a better fight than Holyfield versus Rigbo.
No. I'm not saying that. This is not what I'm saying.
But they're saying the best heavyweight fight of all time.
No. It's definitely. I call it fight of the year. I'm pulling up to say
fight of the year. What fights have we had?
Oh man, we had
the fact that my guy
pound for
pound.
This year, Anthony Joshua versus Usyk. No, Usyk was if you watch the fight, it was fight of the year.
I saw the fight.
Oh, it's fight of the year by far because contrast and style. They have the way one dude like outboxed you, then he came back, then the other dude came back, and then the other dude just closed the show. It was amazing. This is fight of the year because you had all the drama.
Well, Wilder knocked him down twice when he was already knocked out. Like Wilder was on his feet, already knocked out when he hit that boy.
Yeah, that's what made it so vicious. It's like a Rocky type of thing. It was like a Rocky dynamic. To your point though, like this is the thing.
Slow count. Come on.
Yeah, this is the thing
He's
where
got screwed 3 fights.
I don't think I got screwed, but it's okay. That's neither here nor there. I don't think I got screwed at all.
It's here.
Man, I ain't get screwed. But this is the thing. You got your butt beat in 3 fights, for real. Truly, other than knockdowns, you got your butt beat in 3 fights. This is where I have an issue with the Fury, the best, with like this whole. It's
is he a top heavyweight of all time? Wally?
Nah, this is the problem. It's hard to judge that because I'm gonna be real with you.
Good, fair.
Even though you like Deontay, this is the thing. Deontay,
I like Deontay, but
I know Deontay's special because he throws one hand and you know what's coming, and he can still put you down. Like we did the Fury, right?
Defend for shit, Wally.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I know this. But this is the thing, though. Too, also though,
footwork I've ever seen in boxing.
That too. But this is what makes it hard to judge Fury. Fury is a boxer. One guy's telepathing his punch. Yeah. That there's no versatility. So for you to judge Fury off of Deontay because he fought him 3 times, it's really unfair to say that Fury is this, that, and the other because you don't know what Fury can really do because he's never tested himself outside Deontay other than Klitschko, right? Anthony Joshua beat Klitschko. So I'm not even saying like that's special or whatever, but you beat Klitschko too. You fought Deontay 3 times. All right, so that's when I talked to people about Usyk and people like, oh, Fury would kill Usyk. And I was like, pump your brakes. It's different. It's a different animal because one dude is more versatile.
We'll see it. Because we have to have and I think the undercard should be Joshua versus Wilder.
It'd be great, but they won't because it's got a mainstream. That one's got a mainstream its own though, because you can. That's just what's gonna have to happen.
But that needs that for boxing for those guys. It was the biggest fight 3 years ago. That it's not going to happen anymore for the titles. And I always feel bad that Wilder didn't get his chance because I think
he can still get his chance though. But but he can still do it.
I'm talking about he was a champion, not like he's tarnished in a sense now.
Yeah, right? But I think they can still draw. No, this is the thing. They can still. It will still
as a
draw.
Main line, as a headline.
I'm gonna tell you why I'll still draw, because it's gonna be Joshua doesn't need the just like for instance. You know I'm a Joshua guy, right? You know what Joshua guy. He's gonna lose. He should lose to Usyk again. Like I'm gonna keep that a buck. He should lose to Usyk again. Usyk is just way better than him. It's a fact.
But I still think Wilder beats Joshua because I think Wilder has more heart than Joshua.
He does. It's a fact. I just think that this is my thing. If Joshua fights the fight that he fought, against Ruiz, Joshua can beat Wilder. Like that's my belief. If he tries to go toe to toe with him, he's gonna get knocked out. Joshua Chin is suspect. I think everybody knows that it's a fact. So
I think Wilder's Chin is suspect. I think it
is too. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. It is suspect. Regardless of what people think, he had a couple showings when he showed a chin, but I'm with you. I think he's shown some level. And this is my thing. Like if you're in a fight like that he was in with Fury, it takes years off of you. That's how a fight's gonna take years off of you. Don't ever get twisted. Like
I personally think for the ego, you will never see Deontay Wilder again.
I think you will. I think you'll see him against Joshua, and I think you'll see him in London. I think it sells in London because Joshua doesn't need belts to sell in London. So you'll sell. He can mainline Wembley with Joshua. Like that's a fact.
I give you that. That.
So he could still then whenever and if you could win and for Wilder, if he can win that fight, that brings him back into spotlight because
how different American fans are against European fans. Because Anthony Joshua should be late.
No, he could be. Real talk. But I'm gonna tell you, this is the thing with Joshua. Is just it's like Joshua has a Mike Tyson feel for them. You know, when we were Mike Tyson was getting dropped, how many after jail? Yeah, after jail, not before after jail. But that appeal. How many times did Mike? But how many times did Mike sell though? Mike was still selling out Vegas. Always. So it's the same. It's the same thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, and for London.
This without sounding like a hater.
What?
I hate Tyson Fury.
I like him.
It's the barbershop, right? I think the fact that he called him Darcel and the words that calling him boy so much, I think he's those are racist slurs.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if he's racist, but I think
those are racial slurs to black men.
I don't know. I just think that when I think a lot of people I think people in general in life are overly sensitive. I remember I used to make fun of people.
That's the world we live in. Al Bundy.
I know. I believe me, brother.
The greatest father of all time, Al Bundy, couldn't be around today.
Okay, I agree.
He had to become Mr. Pritchard. Family.
Everybody can't exactly. So everybody's a little bit too. They need to pump their brakes with some of the stuff they keep thinking is racist, but it's a whole different thing.
They want to get rid of Dave Chappelle now.
Dave Chappelle said, "Hey, Dave Chappelle kept it a buck."
Comedy is subjective, people. If you don't
but Dave Chappelle, his last thing kept it a buck. Like, and even for the racist, the quasi-racist comments, you can say whatever about a black person, and that may not get you in trouble. But if you make fun of another thing, and you're already gonna lose your. Look what happened. Real talk. Look what happened to John Gruden.
I'm gonna say it right there. He says John Gruden in trouble. Looks like the Michelin Man,
but then he used the F. He used the other F word. When I can't believe it's an F word now. I know, but the F word, and
boom, he's gone.
He's gone. So it's wild. But back to the boxing argument, it's just like I still think Wilder has a couple fights that are intriguing for him to still stay in the spotlight. But to be real with you, the only person that really has a limited source of who can fight is Fury, because honestly. Who can Fury really fight next? He has to wait it out for Usyk and Fury. He has to wait for the rematch because nobody else. Yeah. People talk. They called out what's old boy from London? White.
Man, no.
Man, he would mop the floor.
Although I don't like Fury, Fury's a great fighter.
He is a great fighter.
He knew how to lean on him.
Yeah,
he knew how to throw the uppercut.
But see those things again. Those things
he got benefits accounts, but overall,
those things are limited. Like, all right, it's easier to do it when you know when someone's going to be at, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody keeps asking.
Let me ask you this. Moving on before we got here.
Yeah,
my fighter, who I think is the best in the world, pound for pound. You
Terrence Crawford
taking on Showtime Sean Porter. To me, the only person that has the heart to take the fight. Second, I'm scared of my guy. I'm scared of my guy for this fight because Crawford has a tendency of when the crowd starts to feel that the fight is boring and he has to press, press. And sometimes, unless his last 2 fights, when he's pressed, he's gotten hit. Porter's no joke. And Porter ain't no. You're not gonna knock out Porter. You're gonna TKO Porter, but you're not gonna knock out Porter.
Not even that though. You don't even TKO Porter.
He got a rocket.
You don't TKO Porter. This is the thing about Porter. Like, this is the thing. Arguably, and believe it or not, it's just the truth. It's no argument. It's the truth. Earl hits harder than Bud. Mm-hmm. That's not even, if you do it enough, he hits harder than Bud.
No, that's I'll give you that.
That's a fact. And Bud and Earl had to hit him damn near really fresh, just to even stumble him to order. And that wasn't a clean knockdown. Like, that was a stumble. You caught me. I didn't see it, and you caught me, and now he went down. That dude got a chin, and he's going to fight his fight. And the thing about the way he fights, what makes Bud vicious is that he can switch, go southpaw, right? That's what makes him vicious. Porter, the issue is that Porter always, regardless of whatever you want to say,
it's a dangerous fight.
He fights his fight. He fights his fight. So it's dangerous because that southpaw don't work when you're crowding you. It don't work the same when you're crowding you.
And he's going to get crowded.
He's going to get crowded. So he's not scared. It's going to be an entertaining fight.
This should be the fight of the year.
It should be.
It should be fighting if the guys come out and fight.
Yeah.
But guys, with that being said, I know this is an NFL show. We're talking boxing, but guess what? It says
we had to stall some time, though, bro. Like, we had to stall some time.
Radio, so I'm about to go get my inactive Eagles lineup right. I have right here. Please, somebody tell me what's going on with Lane Johnson. What personal issue has kept him out of 3 straight games? Does he got the clap? What else could be so personal?
Issues with the team,
I'm just curious.
Issues with the
team. This is crazy. With that being said, guys, Michael Irvin and Cowboys defeat the Eagles 99. Oh, they're showing when Michael Irvin got hurt on the turf. That's not funny. But anyway, with that being said, guys, do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me. And don't love God. What's wrong with you guys? We out here, y'all. Peace.